Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Good night, everybody. Anybody that has questions can ask the questions in their own language, in German.
In het Nederlands.
Malawi. Suomeksi.
And in español.
Enjoy watching our freedive competition.
Okay, see you
you
guys.
after.
See you in 15 minutes. After. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to Dahab Live. We're here today for a very special episode, and we have Catherine Crossland with us, and she's going to be walking us through. We're going to take you to a freediving competition.
Okay, so we're starting at 9 o'clock. People arrive, they need to arrive 1 hour beforehand to register for the competition. This is the pool, 30 metres by 2 metres wide, 2 metres deep, and the two ends are 3 metres wide, which is what signifies it as a freediving pool.
So what's this setup here?
We've got free-flowing on-demand oxygen, just
Great.
in case something happens, along with the full medical kit.
Cool.
And me, I'm both with the street.
So this is the car you're the driver for the emergency. I hope nothing will happen today, but in case you're here, right? Very good.
Two minutes to official top.
2 minutes, Bianca.
10,
10,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Official top. Plus 1, 2, 3.
I'll count 10 seconds together, okay? Follow my voice. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Give me a little sign with the right hand. Very good. 4, 3, 2. Doing really good. Try to stay nice and relaxed. Relax your neck. Very good. Give me a little sign with the right hand. Very good. You're already at 5 minutes. We're gonna count 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Give me a sign. Very nice. 5, 4, 3. One more sign. 2, 1. Really good. One sign with the left hand. Very nice. 5 more seconds. 5, 4. One sign with the right hand. Right hand. Very nice. 3 and breathe. Give the sign.
I'm okay.
Stay above the water. Don't put your face in the water.
Bianca Sonyam Kim from Korea.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
How did it go?
It's my, yeah,
You
it's
were
my
the first one.
first one, and the first pool competition for me, so
Yeah.
I feel nervous.
Yes.
But my coach helped me, like we train together in the bay, in lighthouse in the morning, so I was enjoying that time. Yeah, my coach, I am really thankful my coach, Lily.
Nice. How long are you training for and stuff? How long are you a free diver?
I started freediving from 2013 from Dahab, yeah.
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 So quite a while. Nice. Congratulations. That's very good.
Thanks for your job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I try, really like the maximum was 15 seconds, and I'm like, I think like I'm under the water, like I will come out, and it's like 10 minutes, and I'm looking, it's only 15 seconds. So when I hear about like the 4.5 minutes or like the 6 minutes or like 12 minutes, what?
But
I'm 12 seconds or 12 minutes.
they're training every day and doing different things. And it's how you breathe as well. Because you'll be breathing from here. You're just taking a breath here. So you're only using a part of your lungs. You're not using your full lungs.
Good listen.
It's a little bit more than just the kids playing in the pool. There's a little bit more education involved.
Well, you have a new student, sounds like.
You're going to be free diving?
Yeah.
We each have a student.
The pool, yeah.
Right? You can do that.
Yeah, you can train. You have a pool to train in.
Country.
Hi, I'm Birgül Erken. I'm national Turkey. Enjoy. Thank you.
30 seconds. $20. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Official top. +1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Time to celebrate now.
Thank you.
National record?
Sorry?
Professional.
Yes.
Easy.
I'm strong. I'm strong. With friends.
Breathe. Breathe and breathe.
Breathe.
Breathe. Breathe. Breathe. Breathe.
Breathe! Breathe!
Breathe hard. Breathe.
Five, four, three, two, one. Official top, +1, 2, 3.
Breathe. 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 Breathe.
Meters.
We did 150. Oh, welcome back to the studio part of the program. So that was 3 days of freediving on the same neighborhood where we live. What did you guys think about it? Have you ever seen freediving before?
Not like this, yeah, and not in a pool competition. I mean, I've seen people like sitting
Going
in
to
one
the
of
sea.
the restaurants by the sea and just seeing a
Having
buoy
one
out
buoy.
there, and yeah, that's all I've seen. But I've not seen. I mean, I'm aware of the pool very close to our house, but and I've seen the pool, but not any kind of competition going on like this. Yeah, that was totally new. It was really interesting.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing what happens in Dahab. Behind every door, you can find like so many amazing
This
things. Here.
is yeah. When you look from like Google Earth or Google Maps to our neighborhood, like you can see the actual
You can see
pool.
where the pool is.
And you're like, what is that long strip of blue there?
I get amazed by like how many meters and how many minutes these guys they could hold their breath, like they're breathing. Like, but one person did 162 meter.
Yeah.
Wow.
dynamic.
That's how tall. It's like how many buildings?
Yeah.
How many floors in the building?
It is amazing, and to see that they're not only doing that, but the elegance and the slow, beautiful swimming movements. Oh, we have somebody at the door.
There's a visitor.
So that was just an incredible part of it.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. So how long do you think people train on average for something like this? What is that? You know, how long does it take to reach this?
That
level?
would take quite a while. So I think you start free diving, you do the basic courses, and you get to like intermediate level, and from there on you like find what's your best disciplines. I think this takes like at least a year of dedicated training, to come to like such results.
Because there's all kinds of disciplines that we saw. Like there was first of all static and dynamic. Yeah. I mean, one being holding your breath, and the other
swimming
the length.
Distance.
Yeah. And then kinds of.
There's a lot more. Yeah. So for the pool, there's basically 4 disciplines now. So it's static, holding your breath while being in the waters, laying still. Dynamic is swimming horizontally with either a monofin or bifins, and now they made the special discipline for swimming horizontal distance with 2 fins, so with bifins, and swimming with no fins.
Right, yeah. So monofin is one big fin.
It's like
you put your
dolphin.
feet, in there, and it's attached. Yeah.
So they make it different disciplines. I mean, I was wondering. I've only done one course freediving. We're asking a lot of questions of Herman tonight because
he's our expert.
Done a lot more freediving than we have. But I finally really could feel when we were looking at this competition from the pool, because in the sea you can see them go down, but you don't get such a long view why they separate it. It's like obvious if you don't have fins, or if you have the monofin, it's like so much more efficient. I mean, that's why they're separating. So like the distance you swam with no fins is very impressive, because you're not...
Yeah. You can imagine that you can't cover the same distance with fins than without fins.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And first time, I normally know that people can swallow food, swallow water. First time I see them swallowing air.
That's really interesting to see them taken in air like
swallow.
Like pushing.
So this is called packing, actually.
Right.
Packing your lungs. You want to tell us why they do that?
Well, to get more air in your lungs, so you breathe in fully. You like Catherine talked about it in the video. So you use your stomach to breathe in first, and then fill up your lungs, fill up your shoulders, like be completely full with air, and then you use your mouth to push in, like pump extra air in. So your rib cage is just like stretching, and they pack it, and to get more air in your lungs to hold to a longer. Dive.
I managed to get from 15 seconds to 30 seconds.
Oh wow! 100%.
I knew you heard so bad.
Double.
That's amazing. That is really good.
See?
It's amazing.
People can go for like 6 minutes underwater, like holding their breath and stuff like that, and 30 seconds.
So,
personal best is personal best.
Yes.
This is what we're all going for.
To give you some perspective, so there is, for example, in IDA, there's 4 steps, 4
and
courses.
IDA is
the same association which the competition was made for.
So like
it's like PADI for freediving.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of different associations, but this was an IDA competition.
So the IDA 1 is basically an introduction, and for the IDA 2-star is what you would like really start to freedive.
That's
for example.
what I've done, and that's most of I've done.
Yeah, you need to be able to do a 2-minute breath hold. So this is like the entry level. You see, so
2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you
Few
get
months.
there in 2 days.
You only need to double twice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You double once in what, like 1 day?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I wanted to, when you were talking about packing, I just wanted to make a distinction. I mean, and we've read about this, but when you're packing air in your lungs, you're not hyperventilating. Because what's the difference between packing and hyperventilating?
hyperventilating, you're using your lungs by breathing in and out to lower your carbon dioxide level, and which will help you in the end to build up the carbon dioxide level in your blood slower, because when you start holding your breath, you don't breathe out your carbon dioxide, which is also that is being triggered in your body that you want to breathe. A lot of people think it's, you're not taking in any oxygen, so that's why you need to breathe. It's actually the opposite. It's the carbon dioxide telling you to breathe.
Breathe out.
It doesn't. Yeah, you don't get rid of it, so it stays in your body, and your body is feeling like, oh, there's a lot. I want to get rid of it. And by hyperventilating, you're making it lower to start with, so it builds up later.
Right.
And that gives some other problems. So that's why we don't do that in freediving. And packing is simply
just putting more air
in you.
Makes sense.
And so when you're underwater, do you then exhale as well, or you hold that breath all the time?
Yeah, just to make it really simple for everybody. Once you get like pushing your limits, you just want to make sure that if something was going wrong and people like start to breathe out, they know like, okay, we need to help this person because he's getting to the edge, and we need to.
That's the sign that there is
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah.
If you're watching someone on a line and as they're coming up, if you start to see bubbles, then you go down and get them, because it's a safety thing. You keep that air until you get to the surface.
And so then you want to pull them up,
Plus,
or
it makes the sense as well, because you want to use as much oxygen from your lungs as that you have. So if you breathe out, you're also breathing out oxygen which you could have used.
Right.
So it doesn't make sense to hold it.
So
to lose it.
The first thing you do when you come up, you take this out, then you breathe in again, or?
Yeah. So a lot of people start to breathe out already, like when their head hits the surface, basically. So when they're up, they can take their first breath in again.
Right. I can breathe in right away.
But Gracie, she has a question, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it easier to freedive in the pool or in the sea? Gracie's asking.
Do you want to answer that?
Yeah, well, I think the pool is really good. When you're doing a course to start training, it's excellent. You're taking out all of the other conditions, and you can, especially you start usually with statics when you start a freediving course. So that just means you're going to see, basically what you do is you're building up your confidence. So I was like you, Joseph. The first time I held my breath was 50 seconds.
50, not 15.
But I
knew
with this course I had to get past 2 minutes, and I thought, this isn't going to happen. But basically in the pool, it's nice and calm. She kind of talks you through a breathe up, is what they call it. And you can just sit there and breathe comfortably and get used to it. And by the end of my course, it was 3 days, I did 2 minutes and 35 seconds. So I was really happy with it. But I will say, like, for that discipline, the pool is easier. I've done it in the sea. Actually, we did it in the sea yesterday, and I swallowed a little water. I mean, you know, a little wave can get into your snorkel. It does make it more challenging. And also, some people don't like that feeling of just moving with the waves. Other people, it relaxes them. So it could be easier to do a static. My best static was actually in the sea because I was looking at a fish. And I just followed the fish around, and I didn't think about anything. I just relaxed and watched this little sergeant major just swim back and forth. And that really helped me. Because staring at the bottom in the pool, you start to think, how long has gone by? Am I not finished yet? And when you do that, you start to use more of your oxygen, and your brain uses the most. So there's good things and bad things. I wouldn't say it's one way or the other.
Some people, they could vent it in the water or something. If they push it so hard, like they could vent, like
blow air out, or what do you mean?
Like lose their consciousness.
Like pass out.
Pass out, yeah. That's all.
Well, here in like a pool competition setting, it's basically they push themselves too hard, and it's when they come up, you can see they're a little bit like, whoa.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, I think it's more. Well, it's my own experience. I did my last freedive course I did was in the sea dynamic, and that was the first time for me. And what if you're used to a pool and the bottom is straight and it's just tiles, there's no obstacles, and suddenly we're swimming in the sea where there's a rope on the bottom to like follow you, but there's stones and like not big ones, and not I'm gonna hit them, but it's making me more less confident and a little uncomfortable. So it is a different experience in the sea, yeah, for sure. It's a natural environment suddenly, and it's not created.
I mean, from Catherine, when she talked in the beginning, it seemed also like there's a lot of psychology involved in this. Basically, a lot about
meditating,
your mindset.
And if you feel comfortable, that is like the major factor that is boosting you or like helping you. If you're not confident, then you're gonna like stress yourself out, and your brain is gonna consume a lot of oxygen.
Yeah, even that I wasn't aware. Yeah. Like, I mean, obviously I know that it consumes oxygen, but that's such a big factor, basically. Yeah, that's why you wanna.
If you're really relaxed,
thinking down. Yeah.
Time passes by, and boom, yeah.
I'm gonna ask a little bit to Joseph's question about that you can black out, like many other sports, diving included. There are risks involved. It's extreme sports. It's not for everybody. I mean, to some extent, it is for everybody. You can do without pushing your limits. You can do it safely. But the safety is the number one key. I mean, part of the training is safety training for you and for you to be a buddy for someone else.
Exactly.
No one dives alone.
No one.
To the sea, nobody goes alone.
Also in the pool.
In the pool, yeah, same. Over there we saw 2 safety divers who were ready to go into the water with their wetsuits on to help if someone has a problem. The problems come when you are really pushing your limits to the max, and not everybody is doing that. It's just certain types of people who want to push their limits and want to get better and have a career orientation to the sport, that this is what I'm going to do for work, or I'm going to break my national record or world record or whatever the goal is. Those people are running more risks than the average Joe. You guys go free diving in the bay. You're not going to try to go to 100 meters. No. You are going horizontally in the shallow water to see the amazing world that is there. Yeah. That's what free diving can be used for. So there are risks, but there's always a medic when there is something happening. Everyone has a training for basic first aid. Everyone. So, people take care of other people.
And also, it doesn't benefit you to push so far past your maximum, because as the video kind of went in, I just wanted to say, why do we have these surface safety protocols? Like it says, when they come up, first, they need to remove any facial equipment so that their face can be clearly seen. Second, they need to give an okay sign. And third, they need to verbally say, I am okay. Why is this? Because if you've pushed too hard, your record doesn't count. Basically, you get a red card and that's it. So that's why those are in place, because they want people to push it, but not too far. So they want to keep the sport a responsible sport. And they want to have people coming up and knowing, okay, I can do this much, and I can come up and still clearly communicate. If you can't clearly communicate, you get disqualified. Yeah. So it's not worth it to do an incredible dive and not be able to perform those 3 things. Very important part of the sport.
Yeah, can I ask how many minutes the world for keeping the press? Like how many minutes you can hold your press for?
The
world record.
Somebody, I don't know the exact number, but it's somebody from France, and did it for 11.5 minutes.
It's amazing.
11.5 minutes.
Yeah. But again, what we do is it's a recreational sport, so like you just do it to enjoy. Like people go for a walk in the park, or you'd go on a holiday to the Alps and like walk through the Alps, and you come to Dahab and you come to freedive and enjoy this experience. Yeah, it's really an experience because it's a way of like meditating. You're underwater. You don't hear all the sounds, not the traffic and people talking. You hear bubbles, and you're just It's like a way of meditating.
Yeah.
And how
You
deep?
get away
Dahab's
from-
a huge free diving destination, isn't
Yes.
it? I mean, it
Absolutely.
is. Yeah.
The depth is a huge range of answers. It's
Yeah.
not one simple answer because, like we were talking, there's different configurations, disciplines, whether they're pulling down the line. But online, they have a whole list of all this stuff. And
What's
for
the
sure,
deepest?
I mean, you're talking a
Yeah,
no limits
213
thing
to
out of a
140.
competition. That's
Oh.
without like a weighted sled. It's a different thing. It's not really.
We'll talk about the depth and then the freediving in the sea on a future
Yeah.
episode when we're going to be following a competition and you guys freediving in the bay.
Yeah,
So,
we're gonna take you with us.
Thank you for following us
Thank
this
you very
Monday.
much.
And thank you, Brian and Catherine from Blue Ocean Freedivers. Awesome that we have
Yes,
a 30
that
meter
was
pool
really
in
nice.
Dahab.
Yay,
Yeah,
thank
very
you
nice.
guys.
Very
Thanks
cool.
for letting us be part of your
What
days.
we're gonna have next time? Desert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll see some sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some sand? Are
Yeah.
you guys
Water.
interested?
From water and the sea to the mountains.
That's what we do here.
So
Okay.
that's next Monday.
Don't forget to ask your questions if you're watching the video, and we'll answer them the next Monday.
Next Monday. Okay.
Yeah.
See you then.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.